Moving on, in 2019, the legislature passed what's best known as the Heartbeat Bill. Governor Kemp signed it into law, and it's now being challenged in the courts. So how would you have voted on that bill had you been in the legislature at that time? And would you support any amendments to it or any changes to it? Feel free to share however you'd like on that.
Is it back to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back to me. Oh, okay. Of course, I'm pro-life. I'm against abortion. That's my moral and ethical standard. My problem with this heartbeat bill and other bills in other states is I call them fluff bills. They are passed, they are made to give everybody butterflies in their stomach and make them happy, knowing in the back of their minds they will not survive a Supreme Court battle. It's great to have them on the books, but how good is it when it's no longer, when it's stricken? It's stricken down as something you've wasted millions of taxpayer dollars on to pass. We need to start attacking Roe versus Wade differently. We need to start looking at the core of what Roe versus Wade was, which is a privacy issue. It developed into an abortion issue. So until we can come up with a concrete legal strategy that will challenge Roe versus Wade in a good way, and we may have a chance at it, I really don't want to see any more fluff laws. Of course, I'm going to have to vote my ethics and say, sure, yes. And in the back of my head, we're wasting money, and I would tell citizens that we're wasting money because this is going to happen. It's happening in every other state.
Thank you. Ms. Palmer?
Well, to even build on that, in fact, Georgia's already passed a similar bill back in, I think it was 2003 or 2004, and that bill did not meet constitutional muster. We do have the law of the land, and as an attorney, I've sworn to uphold the Constitution of the state of Georgia and the United States of America, and I understand that this bill will face is facing a constitutional challenge, and it's highly unlikely, well, we all know really, that it's not going to meet that constitutional challenge. The right to privacy, as the definitions are in that bill, and I don't know if you've read it or not, but I actually have, and it defines life, all types of other terms, and the issue is that when the rights of one person begin to infringe upon the rights of another, we have a constitutional issue where it will not stand. So then what we need to do is talk about things such as the Supreme Court appointments. We have President Trump, who's had the opportunity to make Supreme Court appointments. You either have to change the makeup of the Supreme Court if you want to have an attack on the Roe v. Wade case, or either you would have to have a constitutional amendment, and the statistics right now don't prove that that would be very successful. So you have to take different approaches to the question if that is something you want to achieve, but always remember that the rights of one can infringe upon the rights of the other, and so the law is always going to look to be certain that no one infringes on the rights of others, and we all want it to be that way. We want our right to privacy, and we want all of our other rights that are given to us in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Palmer. Mr. Hickman?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I applaud Governor Kemp for taking the initiative to get and pass the heartbeat bill. You know, one of our grandchildren just turned 7 the other day, and when he was being carried by his mother, I asked her if I could go with her to the doctor, and the sonogram 3D or 4D, and she allowed me to do that. And of course, I could count his fingers, I could count his toes, I could see his lips, I could see all that, and you know, and then that's just a greater impression upon him. That's a life, and life does begin with the heart and the heartbeat. So I'm very much a proponent of it. I don't understand all the constitutional side of it. I'm not an attorney. I'm an accountant, CPA. So, but I do trust the judgment of our legislators, and I appreciate that Governor Kemp had an initiative to do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Wilkie?
So I'm against abortion. So I don't want it to use as a form of birth control, and I stated that before. So the heartbeat bill. So I would love for each woman that's pregnant to actually see the ultrasound and see the baby at that time. It's an amazing thing. It's really an amazing thing, the birth of a child, the whole process in the 9 months. From a medical professional perspective, it is truly a miracle. But I had some issues with the bill, and I probably would have voted against the bill only because they wanted to criminalize OBGYNs. They wanted to criminalize somebody that was doing the procedure, unfortunately, that was doing it within their scope of practice. We do know that this is going to be, as has been stated before, that this is going to be going to the Georgia Supreme Court, and it's likely not going to get passed. But I am, once again, I'm against abortion. I think that this is an issue that we'll continue to debate as we move forward, but certainly this issue with the heartbeat, and I'd love to, once again, have the female see the heart and the child in the womb, especially now with all this excellent technology we have. So I think that would be an excellent idea for us moving forward, and I certainly, once again, I'm against the abortion. Thank you.